Welcome back to the Amazon for our third and final full day here in the rainforest. We start with a very early wake-up call and boat ride to visit the Macaw clay lick and see some more incredible wildlife. We also go for a sunset cruise down the river and try to discover a new species of tiger moth while making some new friends to finish out the day. Today was perfect weather and it's been the absolute best last day that we could have.
So it's currently 4:15 in the morning and we're making our way to the boats, and then from there we should be on to a 2-hour boat trek up to a Macaw clay lick. This may be the first day that we actually have some warmth, and it should be the first day that we actually have some sun.
So we just had a 2-hour boat ride. Started in the pitch black and we saw the sunrise as we were on our way here. And now we're just walking over to go set up spots to watch the Macaw clay lick. We had heard from another couple a couple days ago that when they went, they didn't actually get to see much of anything. I think based on the weather, as it was really rainy and cloudy that day. But this is the first day we've actually seen sun, like full sun. Since we've been in Peru, let alone the forest. So really looking forward to hopefully seeing some pretty birds. And yeah, it's so gorgeous out. And then I believe in a little bit we'll also be having breakfast here before we head back. This one right here? Blue-headed parrot. So we've just finished up at the clay lick and we saw a couple of other birds as well. We saw a orange-cheeked parrot and a yellow-crested parrot. So that was pretty neat. We didn't actually see any macaws. It's not macaw season, so it's pretty rare to see them right now. But when it's actually the high season for them, you can see up to 100 at a time at the clay lick, which would be pretty incredible to see. But we did see lots of parrots and a couple parakeets as well, so that was pretty neat. And now we're just heading back over to have some breakfast here before we head back out on the boat to go do some more wildlife spotting on our way back to the lodge.
Alright, so we just finished eating, and now Jess and I are going to go find a bush to pee in.
Yes, we are. And the food was pretty darn good. There was omelet, which was really good. I think I had like 4 helpings of that. And there was some breads and avocado.
Avocado,
there was some ham.
Yeah. There's coffee.
Coffee, and they had lactose-free milk, which was excellent.
All right. Now the question is,
where do we pee where no one else has peed before?
I'll report back. Jess is peeing in the bush. Where's Waldo? There she is.
There's a caiman right there. This is the second white speckled caiman that we've seen in the last couple of minutes.
Look at him.
We just left the other one.
Mouth open.
This one's got his mouth open. Now we're looking at about 7 or 8 capybara. That was a full 6-hour excursion that started at just after 4 o'clock in the morning, and it's maybe 10:15 now, and we're just returning back to the lodge. So it was incredibly dark in the morning, obviously. It's only 4 o'clock. So when we got on the boat, they mentioned, okay, like everyone's got to turn off their headlamps so that the driver can see. And we're thinking, okay, because there was a spotter at the front of the boat, that he would have a light on. No, as soon as we started going, it was just basically pitch black. There was some light from the moon maybe, but the drivers just have the river basically memorized. What did our guide say? It's like they have the GPS in their head and they just know the twists and turns and where it gets shallow. They did occasionally use a spotlight to check for, you know, obstacles and where the
stick to check depth.
Yeah, to find the channels that they could go through. But sometimes it was narrow where you could actually drive the boat. After a little while, maybe an hour, the sun started coming up very slowly. And you could just kind of see the sky turning like a pinky red. We watched the sunrise from the boat as we were moving along, and it was just beautiful. So colorful, and it just came up so slowly. It was gorgeous. It was worth fighting to stay awake for. It was hard to stay awake at times because it was just such a quiet, dark ride.
Even today it was supposed to be 30 degrees Celsius. And in the morning it was probably 15.
Yeah, so we were completely like layers upon layers. I even brought the blanket from my bed, which they recommend that you do. And I used it. It was cold, especially once the boat started going. Now, by the time we got back, it's already up to like 26, 27 degrees.
Yeah, around there.
And even once we were just eating breakfast around 8 in the morning, it was hot, just sitting in the sun to eat. And then the boat ride back was great because it's getting hot, and with the breeze from there, it was just the perfect temperature. And most people had fallen asleep on the way back, Dave included. Now we're just getting back to the lodge, and hopefully have a snack and see what the plan is before we have lunch at 1.
Yeah.
As soon as it gets nice and sunny and hot outside, all the bugs come out. So Dave's currently got 2 butterflies flying around his bed. So we took a 30-minute boat ride from the lodge in the opposite direction than what we had gone this morning. And now we're just watching the sunset before we head back on the boat back to the lodge. I don't know if you can hear all of the birds and bugs and everything buzzing in the background, but I feel like the lower the sun gets, the louder the rainforest gets. And the sky is just starting to get that purple-pink hue to it as the sun goes down. It's so peaceful. Today was perfect weather, and it's been the absolute best last day that we could have. That's the blunt head tree snake.
Yes.
We're just about to head out for the final activity of our time here at the Refugio Amazonas, and it's going to be a discovering new species activity and a bit of a night hike. How poisonous are these guys? Studying this group of moths. They are tiger moths. How can we recognize, for example, this kind of moths? If we turn down the plate, we can see they have the heart shape on their wings. So that's an easy way to recognize them. For example, this one is a tiger moth. We see the heart shape. So to collect it, yes, you have to put the jar. If the moth doesn't move, so you can move it a little bit the jar and then put immediately the lid. And that's it. Per each year we can collect between 10 or 12 moths. And just to relieve any bug anxiety, do any of these guys bite? No. Nope. No, the moths don't bite. The moths don't bite. Oh, that light's warm. So as someone who's normally quite freaked out by bugs, the fact that I know that they don't bite is a huge plus, because now I just don't mind them just landing. Except on my face, maybe. So I think I got him. I may have gotten more than one. More chances to find a new one.
And then now that he's been caught, what happens?
Well, he's going to sleep forever.
Okay. And then does it get sent out somewhere, or does someone come here?
A few days I'm going to send the samples from the last month to Lima, really, to the Natural History Museum. There is working an entomologist. He's specialized on moths, these tiger moths. So he's going to select from all those samples which one is going to be the possible new one. And then he has to send these samples to Guelph University in Canada. Guelph? Yeah. That's right where we live. We live right near there.
We could just pack it up.
Yeah, we'll just, what do you need us to take anything for you, yeah? By this university, because they produce the DNA barcode. Through this, we can know which one can be the new. If they're actually unique, a unique finding.
So I just put it over top, and then wait a second.
Yeah, it looks like he's in there.
Yeah, he's making his rounds.
You got him. I think this guy is one of my favorite ones. I've always got to pick up one creepy looking bug. Why is it important for guests at the lodge to be helping with the discovering new species? People don't consider, for example, like the insects are not important, but they are. The main stuff is because they are pollinators. Through them, basically, we are eating as much as we can, as we want. They can be really good bioindicators about the Amazon in general. For example, when they are caterpillars, they need a specific plant to survive. What happens if that plant is not exist anymore because of the deforestation or many stuff? So that means that moth is going to disappear.
So this is a moth?
Yeah, it is a moth. We can see the feathery antenna. That's a key to recognize them, for example. In our next video, we trade in the exotic rainforest for the high-altitude city of Cusco. It's obviously a bit of a shock to the system when you're not used to being at altitude. There we will check into our hostel, explore the main square, and try some local cuisine. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in Cusco.